A consequence of the increased numbers of travellers across Europe in the 19th century, especially after the Napoleonic Wars, was the production of souvenirs and gifts to make money out of them. It was quite natural that if you had been to uh, an interesting place, just like today on holiday or perhaps on a grand tour, you'd want to take something home as a reminder of an enjoyable visit. And of course, if it was something beautiful and unusual, it would also give you the opportunity to show it off to your friends and boast about where you'd been. Uh, Today, there are a number of groups of items that fall into these categories. You've got Killarney ware from Ireland, you've got Tunbridge ware from England, and you've got Black Forest carving from Switzerland. What I want to look at is Sorrento ware, which was made in the town of the same name, which is on the southwest coast of Italy, not far from Pompeii, which of course would have been a big tourist attraction in the 19th century as it is today, and Naples. Sorrento ware features marquetry work, often showing people in local costume, dancing or working, native birds and animals. Here we can see a swallow, or perhaps fauna, the local fauna, all things that would hopefully remind the tourists of their visit. And the work was made by small little cottage industries, often family workshops, with the skills and designs handed down from one generation to the next. And as you might expect, being dealers in campaign furniture, the items that interest us are those that were made for use during travel. So if we start off with the smallest, perhaps. This is a little travelling inkwell in the form of a set of books. And if we slide these book spines across like that, we can then open the lid. So the lid has got a small little brass screw there which pops into a hole, which will then lock by sliding these books across. And inside we've got a little metal fitting for an inkwell. So you've got a sprung cap there with a glass bottle, and that should keep your ink nice and secure during travel. And then you've got the second lid to further secure it. So a useful little item which you can use while you're traveling and take home. Next, we've got a pair of traveling candlesticks, or Brighton buns. And of course, these were also made in Jerusalem as souvenirs. You quite often see olive wood Brighton buns with Jerusalem made on them, made for visitors to the Holy Land, again as a reminder of their visit. This is quite a large pair of Brighton buns, and you've got wooden threads to the parts. And there's been a little bit of shrinkage to some of the wood. So although they tighten up, the parts don't always lock completely. So as with normal Brighton buns, they're made of a removable sconce, which will then fit onto a thread. And you can see this is the one which doesn't really tighten up due to shrinkage. You could wrap a bit of paper or something around that if you wanted to, or replace the thread, but you know, it is what it is. It's quite nice. They've also got these little handles which also form a snuffer. So both dishes have got a little hole. These screw in, and there you have a handle. And when you want to put your candle out, you can use the handle as a snuffer. And of course, it all packs up very neatly for travel, just to give you a bun shape which is easily packed into your belongings. The third item is a portable mirror, and we've seen lots of English mirrors made to this design. And we've got the inlay decoration to the back, your reminder of Sorrento. The mirror opens, and then the back or cover board, which protects the mirror during travel, becomes your foot. So you can stand the mirror up to use it. Now, an English one would probably also have a little brass ring to the top here, so you'd have a second way of using it by hanging the mirror. So those are three nice items of Sorrento ware, all made for use during travel. In the past, we've also had a tripod table made to dismantle for travel. It probably wasn't made as a campaign piece to be continually set up and put down as you move from camp to camp, but purely to make it easier for the tourist to be able to get it home. If you can dismantle it in smaller parts, pack it up, you're far more likely to get a sale. This is another pair of Brighton buns, perhaps a little bit more refined than the previous pair, and you can see that they've got brass sconces instead of turned wooden ones. So that would suggest to me that they were made by a different family, a different business in Sorrento. A wide range of items were produced in Sorrento for the tourists and visitors. Some more complicated than these. Musical boxes were made, some much larger even than the table we saw. If you go into Sorrento Cathedral, you'll see some huge marquetry panels made in the town, which is the same work. And perhaps if you do go there on holiday, you might buy a piece of modern Sorrento ware. There's still a few makers left, nowhere near as many as there were in the 19th century, but the tradition continues, and perhaps that might inspire you to start a collection of antique Sorrento ware.